Okay, let's get right into it. I'm changing out the shocks for some KYB XLGs because the car's current shocks are still the originals after more than 300,000 kilometers and they are just not doing their job anymore. Bumps are too harsh, the car has far too much sway, not because it's a big 4x4, I'm talking about excessive sway because of lack of damping and rebound control on any side, and it takes far too long to level out and stabilize after hitting bumps. So, very simple. 2 in the front and 2 for the back. Now, the good thing about this having such a high ground clearance is that you don't need any fancy vehicle lift and you don't even have to jack the car up. You can just do it in place very easily. This is how they'll be going in, with the ones with the stud looking ends going in at the front, and they'll have their little bushes, washers, and a little nut for you to replace. The instructions do say to only do one at a time though, so one out, then put it back in, then second one out and put it back in, and so forth. Don't do 2 at the same time. Here's the rest of the instructions to look at if you're interested, but I'll do my best to show it all anyway. For the top one, to get this nut out at the top, there's actually a flat part on the body of the shock to put a spanner. So you hold that with a size 19, and then you can get that top nut loose with a size 17 without spinning the whole shock. So if you can't see that because of shadow, that's all I'm doing. So once you get the nut off the top and you've taken off just the bush and it's one little washer that goes over here, you can actually compress the shock fairly easily. So don't worry about any spring tension. These are not coil over shocks. These are just gas struts, and when their gas is kind of messed up anyway, they don't push up very hard at all. Well, at all with these ones. So you can now just push it out, pull it out the bottom one, and then get this out of this whole cavity down here. These are the replacement shocks by KYB or Kayaba. It's a Japanese company, and if you're wondering why I went with them, these are the aftermarket shocks, the KYB XLGs. And this is the factory Nissan shock, you can see with the Nissan there, KYB Japan. So technically, this should be basically an exact replacement of the OEM shock. These shocks are basically just buying the exact factory reliable shocks, but straight from the actual supplier. And it might actually save you a bit of money, as opposed to buying the ones sold through Nissan themselves, but it's literally the exact same company and model. If we compare the old one to the new one, this one being the old OEM one, you can see the print there of the KYB, but the OEM Nissan. If I show these, if I compress this now, there's absolutely no rebound, so I think it's lost all its gas pressure. They're absolutely kaput. So just finished. Head to a new one over here. You can see it rebounding, and there is actually some good compression and a rebound. So these is what will be going in now. I was just about to put this in just with dry bushes, but I decided to take it out and put some rubber grease on it because I can hear just when I put these on. So if I'm driving down the road and these are squishing and squashing and absorbing some shock, I don't want to be hearing squeaks and stuff coming from this. So I'm just going to take these off and put some rubber grease on them. And then for the life of them, it should be a much less squeaky, even when it's brand new, suspension. And so that's one new shock in, just over here. New bushes, new hardware. There's the shock running down to the bottom. And then it's just the exact same process for the other side. Now, moving to the back, looking at the right-hand side rear shock, that's the bottom, and leading up to the top is just up in here, and that's where you'll access the bolt. So it's a little tricky to film that one, so you'll just have to know there is just the same as this, but a bit further up that you have to get to with a spanner. And across to the diff on the other side, there's of course the left one, and the same thing up into there, there's the second one. Looking at the new shocks to go in the back. Once again, KYB, and you can see on the stock ones, KYB, just there. Now it's just interesting, with the front ones, you get bits like these. You get new ones that come with the new shocks, but on these ones, you only get those two little rubber bushes. So I assume they want you to reuse that, which on the front, they didn't. So just interesting what they include and what they don't. But these are the ones where these rubbers have a taper that obviously fits into these, which has a taper inside there. But then these ones are the ones that once that's in there, you don't cup the bush with this. So you don't put it on cupping that rubber, you put it on facing this way, which then has the lip facing out like this. That's how it came off from stock, and that's how it says on the manual to put it back in on the instructions. So that's how it's going to go back in with these rubbers over here. And I'm just going to put a bit of rubber grease just so they don't squeak. Down the bottom, it's fairly self-explanatory. You can see the side that the nut was contacting on, and that side is the side that will fit onto there, or onto there on the new one. Fairly easy. And then these rear ones are the ones with the part number ending in 1. This is the part number for the front one, whereas this one was the part number for the rear ones. So they're just slightly different. Of course, one's for the front, one's for the rear. And then you only do one at a time. So I'll put this one in, and once he's in, I'll take out the old one on that side and put that one in. And that's the second one out. So here's the new bushes and the new shock. And as usual, there's the stock Nissan ones that also are KYB. That's going back in. Just gonna use some rubber grease quickly, and then we'll throw it back in. I just ended up reusing the nuts because I was more happy with the factory ones, had a bit more of a flange on them than these little ones. And that's the whole process. Thank you for watching. If you found it helpful, don't forget to give it a like, and check out my channel for much more Nissan Patrol content, where I've also done a complete restoration of this car and a full engine rebuild with some cool upgrades like sound deadening the interior, adding an epic sound system, the properly done intercooler and turbo upgrades, and much more. Now, time to go enjoy some smoother, more controlled driving. See you in the next video.